Alright, let's get it started.
The album called Sloughschwitz. On the cover's Thomas Malthus. If you don't know who that is, then you don't know what's going on with the kids. Welcome to the album called Sloughschwitz. On the cover's Thomas Malthus. If you don't know who that is, then you don't know what's going on with the kids. Oh man, this auto-tune really makes me sound like I am Drake. But if I turn this effect off, then you probably all puke. Cause my singing's not good, but the album's called Sloughschwitz. On the cover's Thomas Malthus. If you don't know who that is, then you don't really know shit about the kids. Cause they're becoming Nazis. Yes, that's right, Nazis. Little anarchist, environmentalist Nazis who think they're being good people, but really they're accepting ideas tailor-made to turn them into.
Thanks for coming out to the club tonight. You all are looking super extravagant, super amazing. Gentlemen, I see you got your sunglasses on. It's hella dark in here, but that's okay. Don't let that bother you. Just go ahead and wear those sunglasses and try not to bump into shit. Ladies, I noticed you look fly as well. You got your high heels, you got your mini skirt on. Don't bother with the fact that it's 10 below zero, and if there's snow on the ground, you still look good. The men are gonna be up in here buying drinks, getting drunk, which, by the way, fellas, is rape, just in case you don't know that. We do have some great entertainment in here tonight. We have a spoken word poet, a jazz beat poet, in the vein of the great Jack Kerouac, or the fabulous homosexual Allen Ginsberg. He's gonna say some things in a way like this. It's gonna make your brain say, what? I'm so confused. How could I lose? But anyway, let's bring him up on stage here tonight. Thank you, Tucker Slough. Tucker Slough. Give him a nice round of applause.
Stamp through the cramped death camp like a champ. Too amped to wait on a genie in a lamp. I don't rap to pull underpants from the tramps, but the panties do tend to get damp when I chant. I know that I can. I can't say I can't, but I can't stand still in a jam like a plant. Don't think you know who I am at a glance, cause you don't stand out from the colony of ants. I'm freeform, be warned in advance. Not one to do the ghost dance in a trance. If you wanna joust, pull out your lance. You can meet your maker if you wanna take a chance. On the pattern, yes, I rock like Saddam. Bird's legs split like an atom when I chat 'em. Pardon me, madame, or should I say madam? It's looking hot for one thought you can fathom. If so, then hit the yellow brick road. Let me make something clear from the get-go. I'm the best, could you better me? Shit no, lyricists no, tiptoe through my zip code. I'm not trying to be curt or a jerk, but your raps don't work, you should work as a clerk. Tell the twerps to desert when I lurk, and tell the little birdies I don't wanna hear a chirp. You got gas, but your gas is inert. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but your words won't hurt. So please don't overexert yourself, cause it really won't help. Your record will still never get on my shelf. Don't play yourself, just play cool, cause if you wanna duel, then you can be another notch on my belt. Now do you need it spelt? Tucker. I don't really give a shit about your car. I'll just keep making good music. You just keep trying to be a star. Sloughh. I'm great, please try not to hate. If you think you wanna test me, text me. The best thing in 52 states.
Wasn't that great, folks? Wasn't that great? Give him a nice round of applause. Give him a nice round. We do have waitresses circling the club to take your drink orders. Make sure you order the most expensive drinks, the top shelf stuff. And don't bother tipping these waitresses. We know you don't have extra money for that shit. Now we're gonna bring him back on stage right now, the fabulous Tucker Slough.
Now I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke nigga. No, I won't say the N-word, but I do spin words so well that my voice ought to be insured by Geico, certified type flow. Where did I get it? Man, I don't quite know, but I do know I'm the fire breather, and you're the clown at the carnival sideshow. God damn it, I'm a manic mechanic, the most clever to ever stand on the planet. Asian, Caucasian, black or Hispanic, Arctic, Indian, Pacific, Atlantic. So hard, I'm harder than granite. Granted, it can't really be hard to be the best amongst all of these retards, can it? No sir, it'll never be over until I want it to, of it I'm so sure. Don't look so sour and so hurt, maybe I can get you some work as a chauffeur. Wanna throw dirt, better use covert, code words, or be buried in the cold dirt. No sir, I don't have that poster of 50 where he's wearing no shirt. But I bet you do, and I bet you fantasize about blowing him until your throat hurts. I run shit, come get tongue whipped. You dumb shit, one hit wonders are unfit to even come sit at my drum kit. I'm bossy, please toss me that Carlos Rossi. I wanna live like waspy honkies, but Starbucks coffee is awfully costly. Tucker, I don't really give a shit about your car. I'll just keep making good music. You just keep trying to be a star. Sloughh. I'm great, please try not to hate. If you think you wanna test me, text me. The best thing in 52
Folks, wasn't that
states.
great? That was fantastic. He is such a wonderful young man. He is actually in college right now, studying to become a political activist. He would like to remind you to donate money so he can pay his apartment bills and hang out at the coffee shop all day. Yes, folks, he truly is a child of the revolution. Let's bring him back up right now. Round of applause, please.
Mamma mia, Papa Pia. Adios, see ya when I see ya. Don't forget left eye and Aaliyah. I'm so Kim Jong North Korea. I'm something like a phenomenon. Here's a twist, call me M. Night Shyamalan. The biggest nerd at Comic-Con, playing golf at 9 Rivers with Ted Wasana song. Spit a rap if you wanna go tit for tat. Kicking back in my rhinestone fitted cap and my oversized Scarface shirt. Ladies, don't let the heartache hurt too much. Who sucks more than you, Tuck? I'm the worst thing that God ever puked up. Oops, I must have meant you. There's nothing in you like my bank account when the rent's due. I hunt you and pinch you like Tenchu. What do I have to say to convince you? Rappers are poo-poo, they're pee-pee. I throw their shitty CDs in the deep sea. Kids, tell your parents that they're greedy. Dumpster dive cause you wanna live freely. Sell your stuff and live in a teepee. Spend all your money on your bike like Pee-wee.
Alright, that's cool. That's enough. Go ahead, cut it.
The blue moon recedes into the new humid seas as night falls and the aging satellites call out for help from a planet-bound species that cries out itself but can barely make a sound meekly. Empty word bubbles seek filler as the many birds huddle together for warmth amongst the cheap thrillers who seek adrenaline rushes, the many thin crushes, equated with love, sedated with drugs and withering touches. Silent glares and violent tears in space-time erase minds throb, the subsonic bass lines that penetrate in steady pulses. The petty vultures pick at the living carcasses of the sweaty cultists who writhe and twist in Dionysian frenzies, getting friendly with the social scientists who shape the generation and make the mental patience, make the renovations to face incineration from the rapidly spreading brush fire. The voices of the hushed choirs crushed under the truck tires. Blood divers pluck spiders from their webs and pray the noose around their neck doesn't get much tighter. But it will, the puppets drilled with the balancing the budget spiel. Let the doctors slash and cut at will, performing surgery on our warped eternity. The rent for space and the interest rates dwarf the currency as its value plummets, and it becomes so much less romantic to rummage through the trash just to fill your stomach. Where once our cup had overrun it, we discover what our money bought was broken, and they won't refund it. The stock market plummets to staggering lows, battling those who strip us of even our unraveling clothes. Proves too exhausting for the goose and gosling, and they decide they can't assume the cost of producing offspring. permit me to make a toast. As you conversate with a ghost, as you try to escape life on your bike, may God put a stick in your spokes to slow you down, break your pace, bring you back to the human race. You would chase butterflies all your life and vanish without a trace, and leave only your bones and fossils and awful poems and potholes. The apologists praise the parakeets as the Pharisees stone apostles for daring to speak sourly of what the gallery's wearing this week. The proponents of hell purchase the self-worship the therapists preach, as if there's no reality. Their words are bold and flowery. The isolated satellites drift through a lonely galaxy and beam out desperate signals, so whimsical and wishful. The minstrels craft their hymnals to appease the dimly blissful.
Remember that kid too? That kid too? Remember that kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid too? Remember that kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? Is that what the kids are listening to? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? Is that what the kids are listening to?
The overly social fish are swimming in 1 part water and 6 parts venom. Extinguish unpopular thoughts the minute your monitored minds begin them. In attempt to dismiss concerns, trying to navigate twists and turns of this labyrinth, the absent passes over your lips and burns what's left of your humanity. This flash of mass insanity, the panicky lads and lasses riding, thrashing, impassioned vanity. How can it be the fantasy world you've crafted acts as something damaging? Channeling spirits, you can hear it in deep munchkins, drunk and rambling. The birdies twitter and chirp in illiterate primitive verse. Synergists work to frame the debate so it's painful to break this idiot's curse, or keep your plans in focus. The bees and ants and locusts promote this insanity that humanity on this planet's hopeless.
That kid too? That kid too? Remember that kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? Is that what the kids are listening to? Remember that kid too? That kid too? Remember that kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid too? Remember that kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid too? Kid too? Remember that kid too? Remember that kid too? Is that what the kids are listening to? That kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? Too? That kid? That kid? That kid too? Remember that kid too? That kid too? Is that what the kids are listening to? Is that what the kids are listening to?
What's up, dude?
What's up?
Oh, nothing, man. Just, checking out my profile on Facebook.
Me too.
Yeah, I got some sick new pics up. You gotta check them out. It's rad. We were out last night.
Yep.
I got pictures of me. I'm all like throwing up the rock horns, taking shots.
Yeah, I love shots.
Yeah, they're just like those pics that you got, like exactly the
I was
same.
gonna say, I got the exact
Yeah, it's
same
rad. I
pics, bro.
changed my status. My status says status awesome.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's rad, right? Yeah, totally. My status says awesome. You know that's how I roll. Totally awesome.
Oh man, I love that.
Damn man, you're cool, you're the raddest. I'd listen to you for hours if you had a chat line all up on Facebook, checking out your status. But you're the same asshole that you were last time. But who am I to say? Fuck it, I'm here to say what your witty headline gonna be today. I'm not gonna waste one more single day. I'm getting on my space
a little green man or a little green fascist. I'm not trying to kiss the teachers' asses in my classes. I'm hard, not flaccid, and I'm not giving passes. If you can't see I'm dope, then you might need some glasses. Loved and adored by the lads and the lasses, the stoners and the jocks and the goths and the spazzes, the Hitler Youth Party with their swastika sashes. All come to see me when I speak to the masses. We're on our fixed gears, practicing our track stands. White boys rapping to relate to the black man. I had a job as a Pac-Man, but I ate too many ghost monsters and I had to get the lap band. I'm like Jack Chan when I do karate chops, practicing my cocky walk at the coffee shop. I'm the toppy walk on the planet indoor. To attend for, good buddy, what are friends for? What's in store for me in the future? I hope I'm getting neutered, cause I'm only getting cuter. I'm not a nerd playing first-person shooters on my Xbox. I'm playing Cubert on computer. In the basement, living at my mother's house. Why should little Tucker Slough have to suffer now? I'm more gutter with every word I utter now. I'm flying butter like a butterfly flutter down. Haters hating, please try another route. Keep the hater inside, let the lover out. Like me, oil up your wife and rub her down. Fuck her and impregnate her with another child. I'm running wild in the street like the circle jerks. On the turf, slang banging, putting in that verbal work. Doing verbal dirt, busting verbal shots. Those kind of lines were tight in the 90s. Oh, what? Now they're not? Damn, man, you're cool, you're the raddest. I'd listen to you for hours if you had a chat line. All up on Facebook, checking out your status. But you're the same asshole that you were last time. But who am I to say? Fuck it, I'm me to say. What's your witty headline gonna be today? I'm not gonna waste one more single day. I'm getting on my spaceship, watch me speed away. Okay, I'm gonna warn you. This next verse has a whole bunch of very gay stuff in it. Like, actually tons of really hot homoerotic imagery. So if that offends you, you should just turn this off. I'm Indiana Jones on the hunt for the lost flow. I saw Snow buying coffee at the Costco. God know I'm still in hell. I'm William Tell, shooting apples off your head with the verbal crossbow. Let your boss know you're calling in sick today. You're one kick away from mastering the kitten play. Watching YouTube videos of kitten play. I didn't say whether that is or isn't gay. So I guess you can take it how you wanna take it. Just know I'm coming hard and I'm coming naked. And I'll be stupid strong, and my pubic hair will be super long. So long I could fucking braid it. I'm contagious, a virus going airborne. Muscle man, pubic hair porn, I'm in rare form. Oh golly, gee I'm so jolly. Watching Nick at Night, hoping Bevo blow Wally. Oh man, I'm sorry. Damn, there I go again. Talking about what I think about when I'm alone again. I'm homing in like a heat-seeking missile. You wanna be blissful, put a pistol where you whistle. And let your fingers start twitching. I'm trying out for Idol, man, this is my audition. I'm the dopest rapper out here if you listen. And I'm still sitting on a load of shit like Stewie Griffin. I'm a magician, but don't steal my prestige. I'll time travel you, knock you into next week. Rakim Allah said, don't sweat the technique. Tucker Slough says, lick the sweat from my erect meat. Damn man, you're cool, you're the raddest. I'd listen to you for hours if you had a chat line. All up on Facebook, checking out your status. But you're the same asshole that you were last time. But who am I to say? Fuck it, I'm me to say. What's your witty headline gonna be today? I'm not gonna waste one more single day. I'm getting on my spaceship, watch me speed away. Oh, my bad, dude, I wasn't even paying attention. I'm updating my profile here. I got like, you know, hundreds of friends, so it's like, you know, they're all leaving me comments. I gotta like get back to them, you know, just make sure I stay in touch. Dude, have you seen my girlfriend's Facebook profile? She looks so hot in it. She's like taking shots and making out with other chicks. Lately she's been all like, I wanna have a little Facebook profile with you. But I'm like, dude, I don't know if I'm ready for that yet, you know?
Too often the words you say or read aren't fit to repeat. Now, if I, as a seasoned adult, can't read these words you say without troubling my mind, what about you with your sensitive, developing mind? Let's tell it like it is. Let's admit that dirt is dirt. No matter what the crowd says or does. Yeah, but it does.
Disassembly, quite complex, observe the words flex, been in position, all gears grease good, just to mention it, perfect, call it 8 at best, I got 5 on this, take it old school like a floppy disk, bang it in your basement, beats keep me busy, so I don't bombard bullies playing the big shot, I rigged this contraption to save my hip hop, word, so reckon with what's wonderful in your world. So reckon with what's wonderful in your world. Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. Disturb to Earl, give it that disgusting swirl, minus the cone and the high fructose corn syrup. Serve more than it's worth to dish it up, sweeter than your favorite dessert. Savor it first, pencil play, tailor, customize the verse. Dealing with these t-shirts make me wanna murder customers at work. Not really. I laugh out loud at the cats that can't find their own style and sound. Hooked up with T-Slough to shut them down. Shut them down. Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. I can find it, baby. You may not be able to find it, but I can find it. All original. Mr. Pencil,
Hey,
listen to
Sco,
text.
I move many miracles, I don't trust empirical evidence to define my present tense. I don't see dead people, I only see live people. I got the 7th sense. Many suckers seem to suffer speech impediments, always telling you what's like what, but I'm like the 70-win Bulls, cause I'm nothing to bet against. So don't throw your money away, cause Obama says change is coming, but it's clearly not coming today. Rappers only as dope as the whacker half of me chatter happily about how they're coming after me, but pussy, I'm not running away. So you know where to find me, but you don't care to find me. You're not Osama bin Laden, you don't terrify me in the slightest. Suckers scribble away with their pens to bite us till they get tendinitis, but we laugh and smile at cats that can't find their own style. So go home and focus on your craft a while, and one day you can really be dope, and you won't have to lie like you're on trial. Reckon with what's wonderful in your world. I've got my life and a wife and a little girl. Cut the umbilical on my mini miracle and open the memory bank account to save every syllable. So say cheese, little royal.
Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. Moving many miracles along the factory line, saving every syllable I can find. Does the pencil lessen the text? Does the pencil lessen the text?
Preserve the beauty in a plastic, airtight container. She doesn't want to be packaged like that, and I can't blame her. The razor edge on which I tread makes it tough to fall back or stay ahead, so I don't race. I'll preserve that beauty, standing in one place and start moving once the moment becomes the opponent of progress. An ugly truth in a beauty contest, a complex delivery displayed in my rhyme symmetry is incidentally furnished as smoke as hope is incinerated in the furnace. An internment camp for thought, caught in between a hard place and a rock, caught in between the sound of gunfire and a 9mm round rocket propelled from a Glock. Faster than the speed of sound is how ideas beat you down. I need a beat to clown. The meter can't compete with the reader of the ether. This isn't keeping it real, this is theater. Real is Fallujah, real is the future you turn into now. The best hamburgers come from sacred cows. Take a vow of silence to try to find the value of life and science. The machinery of state has become a nice appliance to blend the fruits of labor. Folding Bible pages into paper planes to take away the painkillers. Turn cave dwellers into flame builders as they adjust to the quiet to which the talkative adapt, as they're taught that all this is the opposite of that. If opposites attract, it would follow that the lights repel, till people get so tired of heaven they delight in hell. The cluttered addicts they discover in the mother's sadness. The lovers act as if they stumbled into utter madness and say your name like it's sacred when they pray for rain. Folding Bible pages into paper planes to take away the pain. The painkillers, faith healers made cave dwellers out of flame builders. The devoted laugh at the photographs of the bloated corpses of their golden calves floating past in a sea of blood. Nothing sacred. Our patron saints are too busy fighting hatred to believe in love. Storm the heavens with the swarms of aborted peasants. Shower the earth with the blood of their former legends.
So if you really want to go way back, we've got to be talking about the British East India Company and Malthus's idea that human beings should be culled like animal herds are, and in the tradition of Thomas Malthus, whose most famous quote is, "Mankind is a disease."
So this is all atrocious on its face. This is just nasty stuff on its face. This is marketing. This is social engineering. Like Aldous Huxley said it, that you have the best prisons in the prisons of your mind.
Slaughter buffoons with my water balloons as I swallow the fumes out of Solomon's tomb. We're all in a room, ignoring the elephant, telling our stories with glorious eloquence, professor embellishments, radical revisions, crafts belief systems from magical religions. Unaware that he's falling in step, his Pharisee charity buys Somalians pets. We'll all be in debt before the gods will smile on us, or so they tell us in a Faustian sly promise. They dive bomb us with their fleets of terror birds. We bear the scourge to appease the mariners, and tear the words into meaningless half-truths, and tear their shirts, revealing the tattoos the lads used to provide an identity. Lifeless identity crisis finds sympathy amongst the cloned youngsters who dive in dumpsters, desperate to become disowned from their thrones, screaming less is more, but unbeknownst to those who never lack, you can't squeeze blood from stones. Thunder drones through the creeping darkness, seeking targets for complete catharsis. The heartless anarchist artist lives on blood from the carcass of the global markets. But I'm not dead. All across the globe we're being sold what we can't afford to buy. A fractured truth, a manufactured lie. The future's executioner in disguise. But I'm not dead. And across the globe the population's endangered by civilization's ancient enemy with a new gimmick to convince you to commit suicide. But I'm
It's very much connected to the green technology by both the eugenicist ideas behind it and also the radical population reduction.
Pseudo-religious aspect of environmentalism.
We're dealing here with fascism. We're dealing here with something that was once called eugenics. We're dealing with the same policy that was behind Hitler.
The great myth gets itself a facelift. Weightless, walking on our makeshift spaceship across the universe. But unless we remember how to be human first, then we ought to presume the worst is still yet to come. The world sold to hell for 1 billion solar cells to collect the sun. When it's said and done, when it's done and said, we'll shiver as the world's rivers will be running red with the blood of the naively trusting children who kill to believe in something. Lusting luck, thus trouble adjusting to the breeze and can't see the way the wind is gusting. Told that the world is uncertain, a mystery, doomed to drift listlessly in the current of history through the deep seas of human Nietzsche's mischaracterization of the human species. Empiricists, empirists, tireless efforts to depict us as a violent virus, only capable of destruction. Reductionists twist the form to define the function. Self-satisfied, intellectual, cynically reduce my creativity to brain chemistry. Academics in their self-imposed retardedness define history's greatest minds as narcissists. In a self-fulfilling prophecy, they call equality consensus and present this sophistry as an elephant you must ignore to be considered intelligent or socially relevant. All across the globe we're being sold what we can't afford to buy. A fractured truth, a manufactured lie. The future's executioner in disguise. But all across the globe the population's endangered by civilization's ancient enemy with a new gimmick to convince you to commit suicide. But I am not dead. I am not dead. I am not dead.
How to manipulate a youth generation to do something that's genocidal. But this eugenics movement is the environmentalist movement of today. It simply changed its name.
They changed the marketing strategy a little bit because they're aiming now at the younger generation.
You might want to get your mother to cuddle you if the subject troubles you or befuddles you. A greenish, ingenious evil bubbles through and covets you to act as its lovable subterfuge. Don't think this is just hyperbole. The urgency ought to get your plasma curdling. Your Germany-like certainty, your rights, the currency, ensuring war on the population's permanency. Turning the key to unhinge the lock. You're part of the plot, even if you pretend you're not. As you suspend your thought to not seem out of place to fucking Nazis who will not eat sour grapes or bother with what the challenging truth is. Don't downer me with reality's nuisance. The blueprints for a hapless apathy. Laugh happily, very relaxed and affably, and talk the cyborgs pop and lock back and forth from the bar to the coffee shop and tell the poor they should die for the planet and give them dirty looks for not buying organic or for shopping at Walmart. Trust fund radicals waste their parents' money studying what they call art, killing capitalism at expensive colleges. Hitler's solipsist too hip for politics market the austerity programs, romanticize being broke and hold hands at critical mass, building $1,000 fixed gear bikes with the money from their federal student loan plans to stop global warming while I'm sledding and building a snowman. Confusion reigns, the Malthusian solutions change very little, and it's obvious the elephant in the room's the same. But all across the globe we're being sold what we can't afford to buy. A fractured truth, a manufactured lie. The future's executioner in disguise. But all across the globe the population's endangered by civilization's ancient enemy with a new gimmick to convince you to commit suicide. But I am not dead. All across the globe
they actually are trying to condition the population to get used to living less. There's a greater good in your starving. You guys are going to have you younger people are going to have to come in and clean this up. We're going to have to change our ways. We're going to have to do with less. But it's a conscientious decision to market this to the youth generation. As they grow up, then this will become the dominant policy, and that's their hope.
My generation's culture and the generation below me, what's popular is this existential, it doesn't really matter, self-conscious regulation with popularity, and I have to be in the middle of what's popular, I have to be in the middle of what's happening, so I have to be on these things.
Woodstock counterculture operations had its roots in the romantic movement known as the Wandervogel, right, where these young Germans were encouraged in what became the real Nazi hardcore ideology purify themselves by going back to nature.
We're going to train people to believe we've got to bring ourselves together to live in these small rural communities, basically advocating that all of what human beings have done should be wiped out and we should return to a feudal type of community.
But I want to read you a very small quote. Try to see if you can guess who is saying this. In attempting to rebel against the iron logic of nature, man comes into conflict with the principles to which he owes his very existence as a human being. Thus, his action in defiance of nature is bound to lead to his own downfall. Are you thinking who might be saying this? Adolf Hitler in Mein Kampf.
It's a willful fraud. Down to the very fundamental concepts. You get the whole grainy line about equilibrium, the idea of a balanced nature. Never in the history of the biosphere has there ever been an equilibrium state. Ever. You see nothing. The whole development of, and this is just the biosphere, and we can branch out much larger on the scale of the solar system, the galaxy. Never has there been a period where you could say that the processes were in a perfect balance, that there's anything that was simply cyclical. You've always got an anti-entropic development, unless you narrow your view down to a very tiny slice of a single species, which is destined to go extinct. They reach sort of a local equilibrium, and that local equilibrium is the process of them dying. There's no such thing as standing still anywhere in the history of the biosphere. There's no such thing as standing still anywhere in the universe. If you decide to stand still, if you decide to stop and reach an equilibrium state, at that's the moment that you begin to die. That's the moment that you begin to collapse, by definition. So if you think about what the Greenies are arguing right now, you think about the environmentalist argument that somehow you're going to stop the motion towards new energy resources. You're going to stop the consumption and the discovery of new resources, and we're going to try and move back to some stable, primitive state of so-called sustainable development. They're putting us on the exact same track as every other animal species has been on in the history of the planet. And you will, if we follow that as a policy even slightly, if we make any compromises with that, then you're setting us up for the exact same kind of extinction phenomenon as other species have experienced.
Trying hard to make sense of all the confusing manipulation. Trying hard to hear anything over the terrifying hush that fills the air. Screaming, escape, escape, from the armies of ideological death. You assure yourself you won't be afraid, but you know no one will save you. So you look for someone to say what you cannot say. As the pearls hide from the swine who are being profiled to seek out anything real, and let their killers into their beds. The children of paradise breathe in deadly gases and begin to fight too late, getting what they asked for. Sociopathic children desperately seek identities and symbols and superstition. As they perfect the police state, the masters manufacture truth and lead them with leashes of pleasure, security, and danger. The young children revolt in arrogance, pride, and energy drink madness. As their unelected leader sets the power shift, and everyone is terrified except the fools. And everyone is terrified, especially the fools. And everyone is terrified except the fools. And everyone is terrified, especially the fools.
Twist and spin in the whirling wind, trying to keep balance. Strain to hear anything over the deep silence that engulfs us, telling us the storm's coming. Start running for our lives from the distant drumming that approaches, marching in a death column. Under our breath, solemn promises are kept calling. Out for help won't help, and we know it. So we'll put all our faith in the Stoics and the poets to address what we no longer have the words to. The absurd truth now lives under a curfew and hides inside to try not to catch the bird flu or the highly contagious sadist worldview. Slowly seeping through the minds of the lonely weaklings, slipping in and out of all the new phony feelings we've been made to feel. Authenticity has such great appeal that we'll never know our fate is sealed till it's too late. Till we don't recognize the faces or know the true names of our roommates. The
from Solomon's tomb take only seconds to affect the senses of the citizens of lonely heaven, who desperately reach out for their ghostly weapons, but grasp the essence of the legend in the closing seconds. The irony so thick you can cut it with the blade. The admission paid to the public can't start to cover the cost that we'll all pay for the self-fulfilling prophecy that will call fate. The bone marrow hard-hearted pharaohs charge tattooed sparrow art to their tarot cards. The narrow yards and electrified fences save representatives elected by princes. The economic royalists, loyalists, tell the spoiled kids the big lie from their coiled lips. And they're buying it without even trying it, on for size as they're compromised by entitlement. And the feeling of the warm, wet rush in the moments right before the storm gets hushed. In an eerie, unsettling quiet, courage nourished on amphetamine diets gives the oxidants such false confidence and an undeserved sense of accomplishment. The lead-tongued hedge fund managers head spun as they gazed into the red sun. The next drum that you hear in the distance will strike fear in your gears and your pistons. Creative thought like a foster parent. It's apparent when I'm tearing through the pages. The natives are getting restless, so I caress this with a tender touch, and I spend as much as I have to. And I wish that I never had any tattoos. And I laugh at you when I see yours. I'm a seahorse swimming in the deep waters. Of course, I will stretch the vowels to connect the sounds till they sound sexual. Text your pals and tell them what you've heard. Ogre's changed, he's running with the nerds. Birds, bunnies, lizards, roaches. You're hopeless, get some vocal coaches. Maybe they can help you expand your diaphragm or some shit. I spit that dumb shit. Before the trees get sunlit. And you realize you're unfit to
Alright guys, the rap game is all about having a swole physique, staying in the gym, keeping pumped up, so these little punks know if they try to step, they're just gonna get knocked out.
Don't try to play me, I'm wild like Khomeini. Fucking with these weights make my biceps veiny. It's hard to be a teen on the creatine, or the biggest reefer fiend in the Jesus scene. A Vitazine, ciao au revoir. I'm roaring off for a run in a foreign car. Yes, I said car, no, not core. I'm swole like Arnold, but a whole lot more. What are you eating all this Zoloft for? You'll all die in the coming robot wars. Ah, to be a teen on the creatine. Pull the string on your Fisher-Price guillotine. A Vitazine, ciao sayonara. Tell China I'll have the money by tomorrow. I got new J's and a new Raider starter. I've been hard ever since I was a larva. Ha ha ha, go Chiefs, fuck a Raiders hat. I'm playing laser tag in a Darth Vader mask. Puffin' Krylon paint from a paper bag. Chewing on a blade of grass, looking like I'm made of glass. You better make it fast if you wanna be a rapper. It's hard to stand out like a Korean actor, but I'm the Jackie Chan of the rapping fans. Doing the Laffy Taffy dance in my tacky pants. Getting cardio, stomping through the barrio. Breaking up bricks like Super Mario. A party go like to a Tara Reid. Set me on fire, a kerosene. Diesel steam with the creatine extract. Get jacked for the Muscle Man death match. Roll me up with the high gloss Vaseline. Let's wrestle, let's get masculine. Fucking with me, gotta be a monster. Better get in the gym and hit them weights. When I start flexing at my concert, don't be mad if your girls are mad. Oh my God, get swole, get buff, get big. Get yourself oiled up like a pig, like the guys in the Muscle Man magazines. Don't get mad, get masculine.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, buddy. Yeah, all right, that's tough. We're gonna keep pumping it like that. We're gonna dig deeper and deeper till we really bring out the beast.
I'm so muscular, I'm so vascular. Creatine flows from my spleen through a catheter. Trying to get beefed up to become a wrestler. Little girly men don't get massacred. Let the diet pills lift that flab. Big bad Brad with the six-pack abs is comparing my ass with my friend's ass. I get a case of Slim Fast when I renew my gym pass. I'm not boned, but I'm thuggish, ruggish. Used to pack nuggets in my socks and my luggage, but now you can't do that. Thanks to Al Qaeda, I mean Dick Cheney. I wish he'd get rabies. Showing my veiny arms off to the ladies. I've been training ever since I was a baby. These guns don't come with the safety. Roid rage, punch white feet in the facey. You can't buy this body at Macy's. Leave you with a limp like Kevin fucking Spacey when he played Kaiser, motherfucking so say. Oh say, can you see you're in no shape to try to come and bench press with me? The groove in between my pecs is deep, so deep that they look like breasts. Work the shoulders, work the back necks. Biceps, triceps, quadriceps. Watch me flex in my tight spandex. Biceps, triceps, quadriceps. Watch me flex in my tight spandex. Fucking with me, gotta be a monster. Better get in the gym and hit them weights. When I start flexing at my concert, don't be mad if your girls are mad.
All right, bro, that was awesome. Now get over here, bro. We're gonna work on some poses, so get oiled up. And I want to see you slam some pecs, dude. Just rip down on those things and really bulge them out, you know?
Lifting big weights in all 50 states. I know I look great, player, trying not to hate. Poke me with a pin, but I will not deflate. Cause I'm beefy like steak from the creatine shades. So swole, so cold, I'm a icicle. Got them loud pipe whistles on my tricycle. Call me Bub Rub. I used to wear a Raiders coat as a young thug. Yes, a Raiders coat, you heard me correct. I was very hard on my early cassettes. I'm like 20 inches when I'm firmly erect. My Axe body spray gets the girly sweat. I put it on after a long wait session. I can make sex in less than 8 seconds. Used to take lessons on how to be a G. Get a part-time job at the DMV. I call myself Captain Creatine. I call my music factory CNC. Player don't hate, please have the decency to let Big Mickey Mouse get his piece of cheese. Don't play me, I'm wild like Khomeini. Me and R. Kelly went a third on a baby with a young lady who wasn't quite 18. No faking, I'm so innovating. I'm so taking my demo to social death. I'm hotter than homosex on a solo flex. Show respect to the next alpha male. I'm all fucking muscle like I'm fresh out of jail. The supplements got me acting like an enraged tiger. I won't stop till I make it as a cage fighter. Au revoir, Avidazine chow. I keep a mean scowl with my creatine style. Fucking with me, gotta be a
bro, do you feel good? Do you feel tough? Yeah, me too, bro. Alright. We still got one thing left to do today, and that's just a nice little cool down, bro. So I want you to just chill, get on the weight bench. I'm gonna grab some oils. I'm gonna grab some stuff with some fragrance. It's gonna be nice, bro. I'll be right back. A nice deep tissue. You know, cause we gotta work out all that lactic acid we've been building up and they're pumping all day. But you know, it's all cool and everything. You want some Gatorade or so, you know, some water or something? Alright, I'll be right back. You don't go anywhere. Hey bud, wipe off your back for me. Wipe off your back. You know, I wanna oil it up. I don't want your sweat all over it. Yo, that was a great workout today, bud, for real.
Attention, rappers. When I meet you, please do not introduce yourself by your rapping name. To do that is insulting and pretentious. Do not shake my hand and say, "What up, my name is Rhymatron," or "Little Moneybags," or whatever. I am a grown man and I am not going to call you that. I am not going to enable you in your pitiful attempt to convince other people that you are important enough to be referred to by the name of the fictional character you are attempting to pass off as a real person. That is not the name your mother named you. Do not make me call your mother to find out what your real name is. Well, if you don't know me by now, you'll never know me. I'm a fucking phony if you ever met a phony. I'm pouring out my beer for my dead and deader homies. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepperonis. I walk a mile in the socks of a crocodile. Pick a time, I can kick a rhyme soccer style. I rock a smile, but I'm volatile all the while. Jog the dial, I like my hot dog Chicago style. What up, folks? What up, moes? Stop putting bullet holes in each other's clothes. You try to say it's just the streets and that's just how it goes when everybody's looking and you're putting on your show. But it's the dead of the bitter winter and I'm bent on getting even. Spitting semen from my dreams on my inner demons. I think I'm finished trick-or-treating with these little heathens. I'm trying to get the hipster children to admit to treason. The obnoxious taste of a toxic waste salivator. I'm down in Chinatown trying to drown an alligator. Howdy neighbor, please consider trading me your hot pickle for my packs of grape and cherry now and laters. I got a magic carpet at Target, I gotta have it for doing the Roger Rabbit with my fully automatic. Put effects on my voice to take out all the static. The auto-tune makes my singing so operatic. I'm doing Pavarotti in the Olive Garden's lobby. Tell the hipster children to stop drinking all the coffee. Call Gaddafi, this cocktail's too Molotov-y. The beef between 50 and Ja Rule does not involve me. Or does it? Cause it's really nice to be involved. ICP just called to tell me my CD is raw, thanks. I get the foulest music from my pal computer. It sounds like Alice Cooper chopped up in a salad shooter. Howdy do, sir, I'm going back to Cali. Could you please feed these talent boosters to my two metallic roosters? Walk the walk, talk the talk on the water top. In a hot pink halter top and some aqua socks. You got the bird flu, you got the parrot pox. Your new rap name's Vaseline Jerikoff. Rappers stuck in the carrot top paradox. Please die off like the Triceratops. Cause you don't want it, scared to sleep in the dark alone. The garden gnome on the lawn of the retarded home. The stench of your swagger is wearing off. Your new rap name's Vaseline Jettergolf. Can't see my poker face. That song makes me wanna get my brains Novocaine. That song makes me know the hate of a homo rape. I've got Lady Gaga's head in a trophy case, along with Gwen Stefani and Oprah's. I talk fast like a coked up bone thug. I'm so tough, don't get your fucking throat cut. No, I don't suck. Rappers, don't get your hopes up. Yeah, fuck anonymous talking. It's on and it's poppin'. I'm Osama bin Laden. Leave my line of sight, try and hide from the dynamite. I'm deadly like cyanide on a spider bite. Though I've never been the violent type, in my life I'd like to see Iron Mike in a tiger fight. On stage, Chris rockin' in my thick stockings. A bit shocking like Chris walking, Crip walking. Don't forget Scorpion, don't forget docking. Always give up on your dreams, never quit stopping. The clock tick-tocks, catch me on the flip-flop. I saw Alfred Hitchcock at the quick stop. Me and Nuka spit swap, let the flow decide it. I shit pop like I'm on an all-soda diet. Not a novice, I'm the hottest all around. In quadraphonic sound as I vomit on the ground. I'm in the pocket now, so watch me lock it down. I'm out to drown every idiotic soccer mom in town. I'm so fucking fly, I could fly a plane. My goal is to die in vain for this diamond chain. The only carnivore doing piranha core. How many dollars would I waterboard Madonna for? My rhymes like Amish porn meets atomic war. I just bought the Chronic 4 at the dollar store. You got the bird flu, you got the parrot pox. Your new rap name's Vaseline Jettergolf. Rappers stuck in the carrot top paradox. Please die off like the Triceratops. But you don't want it, scared to sleep in the dark alone. The garden gnome on the lawn of the retarded home. The stench of your swagger is wearing off. Your new rap name's Vaseline Jettergolf. So in conclusion, please once again, do not ask me to call you by your rap name. It's just simply not going to happen. Save that shit for someone else. You got the bird flu, you got the parrot pox. Your new rap name's Vaseline Jettergolf. Rappers stuck in the carrot top paradox. Please die off like the Triceratops. Cause you don't want it, scared to sleep in the dark alone. The garden gnome on the lawn of the retarded home. The stench of your swagger is wearing off. Your new rap name. Yo, we need to come up with a name that's more appropriate to your particular thing that you do. Like something, I don't know, like, jackass. Something really stupid. Something that is actually tells us something about you and the way you're going to sound. Because, I don't know, it's like you have this very interesting name, but you're actually very boring. So, let's try to be a little more straightforward next time you put out something, you know. Let's come up with something like MC says a bunch of stupid shit. I think that would be better. Jackass. Blade of grass across the razor blade glass, lay away caked in the day-to-day trash. Frayed flags waving, hazy gray gas, hovering, covering everything, uttering, stuttering synopsis in an endless search for the Loch Ness monster. The wandering foster children adopt this obscure object of study. Love's ugly head rears and its pretty eyes cry big bloody red tears. Birds sail the third rail, the earth fails to turn in reverse when the universe hails. Space debris, let's play make-believe. Let's create an X-ray laser beam Let's make way for green, let's save nature. Let's make statements with our essay papers. Fashion pacifist action groups into fascist trash men. Drink rat piss from a plastic cactus. Grasp this moment, own it. Oh shit, go get a glow stick. Dance with an invisible ball. Get a political job, a little Passat, and live at the mall. Sell your stuff, get rid of it all, really get all militant with all the little illiterate dolls. Catch as catch can. Let this next stanza stretch in your red stick sweatpants. Let's dance with invisible balls together. Call Geppetto, tell him it's all the better. The dolls could never become real. The gun steel presses into the liniment on the dresser. Professor, let's just reject this intellectual death wish together. Cause I'm borderline mortar blind, mortified by this horrid little war of mine. Or am I so torn I'll become normalized for a time? A single voice in a chorus line can explore the mind of the creator. But I don't see the crowd in the clouds playing rugby above the theater. The internet memes catch the jet stream. In a sex scene, extras wet dream. Let's beam to the next gene sequence. Be quenched by the pretense, seek the cheap rent. Gentrify your expensive mind. Let the sense of pride intensify. Then retire into the tired silence. And wire violets to the fire hydrants. Burn the alarm clock, spend eternity circling earth with a sense of urgency.
Swagger, yeah, swagger's out of control. It's like, could you please take your sunglasses off in the restaurant? I mean, it's dark in here. There's actually candles lit on the table. I mean, if you're really a genius, I'll give you some leeway, but if you're just like a dude, how much time can you spend on your outfit? It's like you're smirking like you're awesome and you have this intricate manicured facial hair design. It's like there's an inverse ratio between swagger and dorkiness. You wanna know the best way to get cavities? Candy. Gravity scan me, I'm no Raggedy Andy doll. Cornball, let the maggots eat Andy Warhol. Abort all of these faggoty pansies. Run the country by Tea Party mob rule. Assassinate the top Jew up at Fox News. Fire the gas canisters like the bomb fuse. I hear Tom Cruise has really long fuse. Let the choir inspire the entire land. Get the cyborgs, iris cams, virus scan. I'm the fireman, fire for fireman. For Halloween this year, I'm tired of Spider-Man. Don't libel Spider-Man, says my publicist. The world's loveliest, all this Huxleyist. I'm appalled by all this ugliness. I'm the cuddliest puppy on your buddy list. I'm the mayor of the records for your record player. Mary J was my lover and my secretary. Check the care with which I dissect a bear. Have a seat in my sweet electric chair. I got all the tricks, I should enter politics. With Bender in the gym, trying to get a scholarship. My greatest qualities, obviously modestness. I get the college chicks when I got my collar flipped. Those jeans, that shirt, that swagger, it just don't work. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. My pants, my shirt, my swagger so savage it hurts. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Your well shit creek without a paddle. Stick your head in and try to paddle faster. I'm the meanest battle rapper in the cattle pasture. You don't start and don't stop the fire. Go occupy your fiber optic wires. But I'm a bit flyer, so anticipate it. You can't imitate it. Your flow's just so-so. My flow's just so sophisticated. Your swagger's just pure pride. This is your ride to reality. I'm your tour guide. We can share tea for two in a week or two. Till then, play peekaboo with your Pikachu. You're not hot or even borderline ill. Distorted rhyme spill from my porcupine quill. You're the pale nerd, I'm the Tanner jock. I'll put you in a hammer lock for your can of pop. or should I say phosphates? I'm top rate, I flip hot cakes off your Fosgates. Don't try me, cause I'm untriable. And on this mic, I'm certifiable. The ladies find me so desirable. They wanna know if these guns are fireable. But you're harmless, softer than Carmex. You'll do what? That's a little far-fetched. You sound a little stressed there. Might I suggest a little less nair on your chest hair? You ought to get a little fresh air. Get out into nature. Give a little head to a dead bear. Get your hair dyed violet yellow. Hi and hello, I'm Brian, fellows. Safari Planet. Now swagger your ass on back there and make my RB sandwich. Most of these rappers got only swagger and ought to go back to being grocery baggers. My jeans, my shirt, my swagger so savage it hurts. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Those pants, those shoes. Your swagger it just won't do. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Let me show you how to. Let me show you how to go. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Here we go. Let me show you how to swagger like. Let me show you how to swagger like this. I insist. Here is a Valentine seal with the kiss. I don't like Kiss. I kinda like Queen. I'm dynamite loving like I was 19. Back in the days when I was a teenager. Before I had status and before I had a pager. Before I was a rapper with a job as a waiter. I used to sell fake fizz tabs to the ravers. Don't try to bite cause you might get tasered. I cut your hand off like I was Darth Vader. Bailiff, could you please remove the hater to his 20 years of hard labor? Let me show you how to swagger like this. My army knife and my bank account swizz. That's a lie, I don't even have a bank account. But I'll give you something to think about. Can't you find somewhere else to hang around? I don't wanna see you nerds at the Alpha Beta house. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Let me show you how to swagger like this. Let me show you how to swagger like this.
But just a minute before you buy that. Many young people treat the area of pop fashions lightly and seem to ignore that there might be anything serious behind them. What about it? Are designers of teen clothes doing what they're doing because they have certain basic philosophies? Clothes these days are not clothes, but costumes. People are dressing for the roles they play. This generation, who seek the utterly ridiculous to express their attitudes of boredom or rebellion. They cultivate a wild, precocious, sexy look. Or put another way,
I would like to know where a trend ends and nuttiness begins. I'm talking about boys who are getting more girlish by the day. The pants are getting tighter, the hair longer, and clothes fancier. Do boys want to be girls or what? Please tell me.
Aw, did that hurt your feelings? I'm sorry. I won't be so mean. Fuck that, I will be mean. Cause I'm mean. I'm mean, like methamphetamine. I create a buzz. I hate the Broncos and I hate the Raiders cuz I'm a Chiefs fan and I bleed red and yellow. I can be hella mellow, but you've never met a fellow who can road rage quite like Tucker can. Man, fucking turn, God motherfucking damn. Cause the road's like a little microcosm of the world, and the guy I'm behind so often drives like he's got a fucking blindfold on him. And it's frustrating to me cause I drive so awesome. So please stay out of my lane. Lately I feel like the world's going insane. In the membrane, Milli Vanilli blamed it on the rain, but I blame Lady Gaga and Lil Wayne. Cause it seems like music's so cheesy now. Rappers feeling Weezy style like a little greedy child. You know how the CD will sound before the CD's out. Trying to figure out who's the best, but they don't know if they leave me out. And that's obvious, oh my god he is so fucking cocky. It's off-putting to the audience, like I give a fuck about an
audience who watches so much retarded shit that they're starting to embody it. The dumber it is, the louder they're applauding it. They say stop hating and that I'm being intolerant. Fuck you, I can hate what I want. Call it hating if saying stupid shit. Stupid's what you're calling it. I'm Bobby Brown and this is my prerogative. I'm not a college kid begging for a scholarship or a rapper riding on the hottest dick. If I wanted to go along to get along, I get into politics. Holla if you can see what I'm saying or say what I'm seeing. What state would I be in if I had to waste all my energy agreeing and trying to open doors that I couldn't fit my key in? I'm American, not European. I don't kiss the butt of the king or the queen. I don't need a BMW, thank you. I'm quite comfortable in my Nissan like Liam.
You need to stop telling me I gotta like what you like just because you like whatever they like. You need to stop trying to make me feel like I just have to accept everything under the daylight. You need to stop telling me when I think something sucks that I'm just speaking out of jealousy. You need to stop swallowing every little thing that the media is selling you and selling me. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop now. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to stop.
There are many things and people that I say that I hate. It does not mean that I hate these people as people in all cases, or that I cannot accept that you may like these things or people as embarrassing as that should be for you. Don't tell me that my contempt for these people is based on a desire to be these people, or have their money or fame, or whatever superficial qualities that you, in all likelihood, do not even realize have actually made you believe that you like these people. Lady Gaga is shitty. Her music is terrible. I will not decide that I like her no matter how much they play her terrible music on the radio or talk about her on television. This does not mean that I am jealous of her. I am perfectly content not being a celebrity, as hard as that may be for many of you Facebook addicts to believe. I am perfectly happy just being a dude. A dude who just happens to not give a shit about Lady Gaga.
And now, a truly scary story.
Hey, what is that up there? Do you see that? Weird robotic bird. Look, right there. Up there, on top of the stoplight. I think it's looking at us. Yeah, it's weird. Last week I saw one, then I saw some more, and now it's like they're on top of every stoplight in town. Where are all these things coming from? I mean, I've never seen a bird like that in my life. It looks like it's got a little microphone coming out of its head. What's it listening to? Look, they're everywhere. Okay, this is starting to freak me out.
The stabilizer may desire beef when the laser fire seeps from my razor wire teeth. It's an art simply trying to set a chart through the synthetic seas full of cybernetic sharks. I gotta come cruel. A lot of young fools get slaughtered in the father-son water gun duels. The monster sleeping in the palms I'm reading. Gone are feelings and the somber seedlings. The heart of the city is no longer beating, so I'm quantum leaping through the haunted evening. We're so bored with the Cold War folklore, the mold spores in the ocean and so forth. So go forth, stake your fair claim. I'm chasing rare game in a paper airplane. Pray for spare change from the great appeaser who makes believers of the useless eater. The new procedure to confuse the teachers. The teens wear jeans and amusing t-shirts. What in the hell is this world coming to? I caught the fucking monkey flu from my running shoes. I'm coming through in the foxy dress pants with an expression that's oddly deadpanned. It's too dark to not need headlamps. We got these webcams from Nazi death camps. Can you see it? The birds are perching on the stoplights in the cities of the earthlings. The machines and the earth are merging. The gears of the massive contraption are turning. And these birds are flying in by the flock. Go grab your binoculars silently, turn them to the top. tops of the stoplights and watch as you're watched by the bird-watching society. The molten lava holds the unfolding sagas of the revolting authors that promote the dogma that so declares. The solar flares kill the polar bears. Their banks stole the air rights, then they sold the shares. Call it by its proper name. The authors dropped a plane on the stock exchange. The doctors came to perform experiments. The corporate pyramid's an enormous irritant, cause now birds watch from the tops of stoplights to try to offset the dropping stock price. Stalked by a deranged minotaur, the little stars photograph themselves in a bar to try to prove they exist. Now what kind of new wave doomsday is this? Excite the ghosts with my nuclear isotopes, seeing life through a spooky kaleidoscope. The zeitgeist skydives from a lifelike dream right into a sci-fi knife fight. Yes, truly the future's dark. The school of sharks drool and review the charts and try and grasp some kind of way to disguise the math. Hide the cash, the economy might collapse. Light the flash through the chosen channels. Clothe the mammals in robes and sandals. Oprah poses with a solar panel as the energy hoax leaves the globe in shambles. The new Nazis are smiley liberals, highly critical of the right and cynical, blithely imitating the wily criminals who are hiding minerals in their slimy tentacles. The treasurers are keeping the boxes locked tight, but birds still flock to the tops of stoplights. On the stoplights in the cities of the earthlings. The machines and the earth are merging. The gears of the massive contraption are turning. And these birds are flying in by the flock. Go grab your binoculars silently. Turn them to the tops of the stoplights and watch as you're watched by the bird-watching society.